Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, everyone in between. I am Violet Hyena, and you are here with perfect timing, and I am here to do readings for people with perfect timing. And here's the deal. I have 13 decks here, and they're very, very talkative, so I use one single playing card deck to choose which one gets to speak. And that is how we do readings here. So welcome. Please drop your question in chat and I will get to them. Francis! Hi, Francis! Francis says, hi, Violet. Hi, Violet. Hi. And Debbie Kelly says, good evening with a sparkle. Good evening. And Francis says, thank you so much for doing my readings. I rewatched them yesterday. Oh my god. You're very welcome. And Debbie Kelly says, can you please pull a card for me and tell me what the universe has to say? Absolutely. Oh, for Debbie. Yeah. I'm very happy that people can look back at the readings and diagnose them better. Okay, so for Debbie, it's the Queen of Gryffindor. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And that's getting into the vortex. Alright, so I do see. I'm going to just make a list. Because I see people, I see your questions. So I'm doing Debbie first. And then Francis can have an energy reading. Very good. And then Debbie saves all of them. Very cool. And will the live recordings disappear if you don't have a Kodi? If you don't save a Kodi, I don't think they disappear. I don't have any plans on deleting them. They actually. Oh, maybe you mean if I don't save a copy. No, they just go and they are posted automatically after the stream ends. So I think they're kind of there forever unless I decide to delete them, but I don't really have a reason to delete them. I've always kind of liked the philosophy that you leave stuff on the internet kind of like a paper trail for the history of the internet. And it feels rude to just delete it sometimes. Alright, so we're doing Debbie. We're doing Debbie right now. So the universe wants Debbie to know that beneficial beliefs feel better when I think them. There are things in your environment that you believe that match what you want. And there are all kinds of things in your environment that you believe that defy what you want. How would you ever sort them out? How Do you know the active beliefs within you serve you well and active beliefs that do not serve you? How do you know the beneficial beliefs from the detrimental ones? The answer is the beneficial beliefs feel better when you think them, and the detrimental ones feel worse when you think them. So if you find that the thoughts feel good, then they are beneficial. There you go. And that is what the universe has to say. Debbie? Okay. And then Francis's is the energy reading. Yay, energy reading. I'm going to leave that for all of the cards. Alright, the 8 of Gryffindor. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is the Moonology deck. Francis. Energy reading for Francis. Alright, and the card is a personal issue reaches a resolution. This way so you can see the pretty card. So it's a personal issue reaches resolution, the full moon in Cancer. Full moon in Cancer. Gotta find the right page. Number 74. There we go. So a personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. Things are likely to get very heated as full moon in Cancer is a super emotional sign. So there could be something of an explosion of feelings around now or surrounding your question. It's important to be sensitive to other people when you pull this card. There are some very fine sensibilities around, so tread carefully as you move towards your goals or your dreams. This card indicates an especially feminine time. It also heralds the time to deal with any family issues coming up. Nothing to worry about. It signals a challenge is now coming to an end. This card also suggests both that a domestic matter or private issue will soon come to a head, and that's a great time to move house. The answer to your question lies in being a kind leader. This is the time for you to step up and agree to overcome your insecurities. Attune to the moon. It may be best to move towards what you want in a sideways manner, almost like a crab that is called Cancer. Additional meanings for this card. Meditate and to soothe heightened emotions. Don't be clingy. Stop sulking. Have you had enough family time lately? The teaching. The heightened emotions of Moon Cancer combination can't be ignored. However, Cancer is one of the moon's 2 home signs, along with Taurus. So, astrologically speaking, the moon loves to be in this sign. In fact, she rules Cancer. This means that with this card, there is a sense that all is as it should be. Or, don't worry, it will all soon be well. Alright, so it sounds really positive. It sounds like everything's going really good for you. Good job, Francis. You're doing good. Alright, so that's everyone on the list. Okay, and then Debbie says, what's a Cody? And Debbie says, exactly 100 forever. Debbie says, on point. Yes, they do, and thanks. You are very welcome. I don't know. Sometimes it feels like stream kicks off people, or maybe people leave and come back. I don't know. But, yeah. Okay, I have a drink. Alright, I see chat. Bloom Blue. Hi, can I get a reading? Yes, you can. What is your question? Also, your username looks new, so that must mean you're a new subscriber. Thank you for subscribing. What does Sophia think of me and our friendship? Alright, let's find out. What does Sophia think? Which deck wants to answer? Blue. Okay, it's going to be Jack. So that's 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're going to keep it in the tarot card region. We have the Prisma Visions Tarot. What does Sophia think of Bloom Blue and their friendship? Alright, what does Sophia think of Bloom Blue and their friendship? Okay, the answer is the Two of Swords. Well, yeah, that is bringing up the question. So, Seven of Chalices. Okay. So, the first one is the Two of Swords, which is. The swords is the suit of thinking, of mental processes, of logic, and air. So, this is just being, I guess, it is re-asking your question, because what does Sophia think of your guys' friendship? And then this is the Two of Swords, which is a card, which is the number of, like, balance and decisions, which is kind of like exactly your question. So the cards are saying, okay, we understand this question. And then we have the Seven of Chalices. Now, the Seven of Chalices are cups, and cups are water, and emotion, and relationships. And the 7 is the number of nostalgia. It's the number of introspection. So looking back at the suit's journey, which is, again, cups. So she's looking back. What's her name? Sophia? Sophia is looking back at all of your interactions in an emotional way, and fantasizing is the best word for it. So Sophia's looking back at your relationship and fantasizing about all the things that you guys have done and putting it into her own conclusion through thought. So that is what Sophia thinks of your friendship. Right, and that is a positive sign. It's not a negative one. It is positive because that means that it is positive, so it's not negative. So how do I explain how it's positive? It means that she's fantasizing and it's about nostalgia rather than anything dangerous. So that is definitely a good positive sign. And that is what the cards say. I hope that helps you out. Go back. And it goes back. And then I take a drink. And then I look back at chat. Alright, and Bloom Blue says, interesting and thanks. And you are very welcome. Let me know if you have any other questions. Now that you are subscribed, I don't have a limit on readings, so you can ask as many questions as you like. And Bloom Blue says, oh, that's nice. Yes. My only limit is that every night I only stream for 2 hours, so all the questions within those 2 hours is what I can do, and then anything else will have to wait until the next day. Bloom Blue says, can you do a reading on what's coming up in your love life? Yes. Let's find out. I'm going to pick a deck. That is a tarot card question. Which deck would like to answer Bloom Blue's love life? Okay, that is the Queen of Southern. So, and Queen is 12, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 is the Octopus Tarot. Okay, so reading on Bloom Blue's love life. The love life of Bloom Blue. The love life of Bloom Blue. Alright, so we have the Lovers. Okay, I need a little bit more detail than that. The Hierophant. Okay. I need more detail than that. Can't go on that. What we got? My golly. Can I get an opinion? Okay. Alright, so first off, the topic is the Lovers. That is a major arcana. So it's definitely got the topic correct. So the love life. And then we have the major arcana, the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is it's like a priest. It is a sort of teacher. So what I can get from this is that your love beliefs have been passed down probably by a religious head figure. And then Judgment is a major arcana. And Judgment is when it's not really a judgment from a person. It is you looking back at yourself and refining what is going to be your next self, because yourself is always being refined, like a child growing into an adolescent, and an adolescent growing into a teenager, and a teenager into an adult. It's all about refinement. So you're growing in the love life from a religious background, and the one that is popping up at me is a Christian background. This one always just kind of does. And then it's the Ace of Swords. So this is the beginning of the Suit of Swords, which is the swords is about thought. It's not about emotion. And swords are thought, the mind, logic, and air. And the ace is the beginning. So you have a lot to think about in the topic of love, but you don't have that much experience in love. So I would have to say that the Hierophant has sparked this idea of love, and then it's up to you to define what you want in love, because I don't feel like it's very defined. I mean, there is like the ideal of lovers floating around, but I do not believe that you have taken the time to do this for yourself. And so what is being indicated here is that you need to refine what you define as the lovers and go towards that. Because you've already been doing a lot of thinking from the background of the Hierophant. And that is what the cards are telling me. I hope that helps you out. And Francis says, I'm so glad. Thank you for the beautiful reading. I don't think we need to ask the monitoring spirits today. Awesome. Yeah, I don't think they'd mind the questions. But that's true. It's nice to give them a break every once in a while. And Bloom Blue says, okay, that's pretty accurate. Bloom Blue says, I have a question for you. Can you feel energy when you do these readings? I wouldn't say I feel energy. I get... How do I put this? Do I feel energy? How do I put this? Do I feel energy? I don't feel energy in my body. I get ideas put into my brain when I'm doing the cards. The card will tell me stuff, and then I will get more information when I look at the card. That's usually how my process works. And Preston says hello. Hello, Preston! And Preston, yes, you may ask your question. And Bloom Blue says, okay, I understand. Yep, there it is. Is my Leo thinking of me? Let's find out. Let's find out which deck would like to answer Preston. We have the Four of Hufflepuff. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is the Prisma Visions Tarot. You ever get that feeling like there's something flipped in your deck? Just making sure, but I think we're okay. Alright, the paranoia is gone. Alright. Is Preston's Leo thinking of Preston? Is Preston's Leo thinking about Preston? Flip. Is Preston's Leo thinking? Oh, my golly. Okay. 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 No. Sorry, it popped out very strangely, like a slot machine. So the answer is no. I'm sorry, Preston. Your Leo's not thinking of you. We're gonna look into the card for more details. It is the Five of Pentacles. Oh, that's sad. The Five of Pentacles is a conflict card, and it is of the Pentacles, which is health, wealth, and earth, and resources. And the Five of Pentacles is when, usually the church is built in the background on tarot cards. The Five of Pentacles is when there are people in the cold and there's a church right behind them, and the knowledge behind that is that they can go into the church, but they're refusing to. So the Leo knows they can contact you, but they're not going to. They're kind of in a refusing mode, like they're fixated on something else. So they're not thinking of you. They are thinking of something else. Probably something more like physical. Like something physical is distracting them from thinking about you. And that is what the cards are saying to me. I hope that helps you out, Preston. And Preston says thank you, and you are very welcome, Preston. And Margaret says hello. Hello, Margaret. Long time no see. You haven't been here for a few days. And Margaret says, will I get my new job in the fall time? And Bloom Blue says, is my Aquarius thinking of me? That's a very good question. Okay. So we got more questions, and to keep track of those questions, I'm going to explain this since Bloom Blue is new, and this is just how the process goes. So I see Margaret has a question, so I'm going to put Margaret on the board, and then I'm going to read the rest of chat and see that Bloom Blue has a question. And I'm going to put you on the list. This is the list. And now that I have caught up on chat, this is the list that I'm going to do, and I'm not going to look back at chat until I've completed the list. So don't get scared. I will get back to chat after I'm done with the list. So I'm going to do Margaret's question, and then I'm going to get back to Bloom Blue's question, and then I'll get back to chat. Wait, I'll do these. Look, I do the list, and then I look at chat. And that's how it works. Cool. Alright, so Margaret's is, will I get a new job in the fall time? New job in the fall time for Margaret. You gotta pick a deck. And that is a tarot card question. Okay, that is 2 of Gryffindor. So 1, 2. That is the Gay Tarot. And just for reference for Bloom Blue, my yes and no questions are very simple, like I did with Preston's. But when the card pops up reversed, it's a no. When it pops up correctly, the right side up, it's a yes. And then I look in the cards for more details. And a flip. So, new job in... Will Margaret get a new job in the fall time? Okay, and the answer is no. Let's see here. It is no. It is strength. This is a major arcana. And the new... So it's not going to happen in fall. And strength is a major arcana, as I said. It is your... It's not muscle strength. It is the strength of your will. It is the strength of tapping into the universal powers. It's tapping into your inner will. It's tapping into your inner grit. It's tapping into determination and desires and your own power. And that is what it's telling you to rely on right now. Also, your own talents. Tap into your own talents. That is the advice given here. So, no new job in fall time, but the card is saying to tap into your talents and start going there. Ooh. And that's what the cards have to say. I hope that helps you out, Margaret. And then we have Bloom Blue's question, which was, is my Aquarius thinking of me? Is Aquarius thinking about Bloom Blue? And we're gonna pick a deck. Gonna pick a deck. Gonna pick a deck for Bloom Blue. Ooh, that was a nice one. It's a lovely shuffle. Okay, it's gonna be 8 of Hufflepuff. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The Cat Tarot. The Cat Tarot. My silliest deck. Is Bloom Blue's Aquarius thinking about them. Is Bloom Blue's Aquarius thinking about them? And the answer is nope, they are not. But we're going to look into the cards for more detail. Okay, so the Aquarius is not thinking of Bloom Blue. It is the Three of Wands. And I know it's the Three of Wands because in this deck, the cat's playing with cat toys is Wands. And Wands is the suit of action and fire and skills and magic. And this is the number 3. So, and this is the group number. The 3 is the group number. So, the Aquarius is busy with other people in a very actiony way, like very busy socially. In the Aquarius' social circle, they are very busy. They are busy with their own project. And they are so busy that they are ignoring the other people in their social circle. So they're not thinking of their social circle. They are really fixated on what they're doing. Okay, so look at the cat. The cat has the ribbon in their mouth, and that is what they're thinking of. And they're just ignoring the other cat. They don't care. They have this thing to focus on. And that is exactly what they're going to focus on until something else takes their attention. But right now, they are distracted and just not thinking of you. It's nothing personal. It's just they're a bit distracted. So, don't take it too harshly that they're not thinking of you. They're just distracted by pretty ribbons. Alright, I hope that helps you out, Bloom Blue. I'm gonna put this deck away, and then I'm gonna check in on chat. Put it away. Okay, I'm gonna have water, and then I'm gonna check chat. Water, Stacy. Okay, and John says, why does Griffin act like a narcissist? John is on the board. He's on the list. And Bloom Blue says, thanks. You are very welcome. And Bloom Blue says, is it possible for you to do a reading on what's going to happen this year or in the next couple of months? Yes, but that is a very general question. Do you want a general answer? But yeah, that is a question. I'm gonna put Bloom Blue here on the list. So yes, general is okay. All right, so general. All right, so I will get to that. I'll do John's question first. I have caught up on chat, so I'm gonna do the list. Let's see. Why does Griffin act like a narcissist? I'm going to pick a deck for that. And I think that is a all deck question. Any deck might have an answer for that. Okay, that is Queen, which is 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Getting into the vortex. Okay, this is the information card. We don't read the information card. It's shy. It stays in the box. So why does Griffin act like a narcissist? Why does Griffin act like a narcissist? Why does Griffin act like a narcissist? Oh no, that shovel won't do. That one's a bit better. Alright, so our opinions about our children can influence their behavior. The more you see things in your child that you do not want to see, the more that you will see. And so the behavior that you elicit from your child is more about you than it is about your child. This is actually true of all your relationships. But since you think about your child more than you do most others, your opinion about your child plays a greater role in its behavior. So, what I find is this is actually true of all your relationships, but so what is true is that the more things you see in a person that you do not want to see, like someone being a narcissist, the more of that you will see. So the reason you're finding that Griffin is a narcissist, this card indicates that you are seeing the signs of a narcissist, therefore you are attracting more of that from Griffin. And that is what the cards say. I hope that helps you out, John. I hope that answers something. And then we have Blues General. What was it? What's going to happen this year or in the next couple of months? Let's do. Well, let's take that in the context of me writing it down. Because we can also say that there's only a few months in the rest of this year. So what's going to happen the rest of this year, right? What's going to happen for the remainder? What's going to happen for the remainder of the year? Okay, and this is a general question for Bloom Blue. Alright, so we have the question to focus on, and then we get to pick a deck. I believe that this is also an all-card question, all-deck question. Every deck is on board. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, come on. Come on, you can do it. There we go. That's it. That's the one. Okay, number 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Every little thing you do is magic. Do, 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 do. Every little thing you do is magic. You know. Do, 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 do. It's magic. You know. Okay, we have the deck, we have the question. What's going to happen for the remainder of the year? It's a general question. What does the remainder of the year look like? What does the remainder of the year look like? We have the Elder of Pentacles. Alright, I can work with that. The Elder of Pentacles. Pentacles is wealth, health, and earth, and resources. And the Elder of Pentacles is in this deck. I believe it's related to the King of Pentacles. So this is usually, well, it's a frog. It's literally a frog, just in the card. It's cute. And he is surrounded by mushrooms. He's very happy about his mushroom hoard. This is a character in the court cards that is very financially, very wealthy, very stable, very calm, and knows where to spend their money. And so this card is indicating that the rest of the next few months are going to be very stable financially. With a hoard of mushrooms. Alright, the mushrooms are popping out. So I'm going to say there's going to be a wealth of plants. a wealth of plants and food. Also a wealth of food. And that is what is going to be what is coming for the remaining months of this year. So that is good. That is really good sign from this deck. So lots of food, lots of wealth, and very calm and orderly finances. That's good. That's a good vibe. So, hey, I hope that helps you out, Bloom Blue. Everything you do is magic, you know. Now drink water and return the chat. Okay. And Alex M5P5R says hi. And Alex has retracted a message. Well, Alex, if you come back, you can always repost your message and I will do a reading on it. And John says, what's coming for my career long term? Let's ask the cards. Which deck would like to answer John? Which deck would like to answer John? That's a good one. It's gonna be 10. You know what? We're gonna do all the decks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Trust your vibes. Come to me, my dear. Trust your vibes. Trust your vibes. What's coming for John's career long term? What is coming for John's career long term? What is coming for John's career long term? Okay, and it says, listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. Long term. Trusting your vibes is the art and practice of listening to your heart. Did I say that right? Trusting your vibes is the art and practice of listening to your heart, for it's there that the voice of inner wisdom speaks. It helps us focus not only on the content of information, but its intent as well. Every time you need guidance, or simple reassurance from Divine Spirit, close your eyes. Take a few deep cleansing breaths and place your attention directly on your heart. Allow your awareness to rest there quietly for a moment or two. Then ask your heart to guide you. Trust whatever feeling happens. Don't censor or discount anything. If nothing comes immediately, don't worry. Relax. Remain open and patient. Guidance will come before you know it. Alright, so John, to answer your question, the universe is telling you to trust your heart. Look into your own feelings about your career, and you're going to have to make a decision based on what your heart tells you. And that is what the cards are saying. I hope the conversation goes well. Still didn't answer my question. It dooting? John, you know how I feel about re-asking the cards the same questions. I do not like bothering the cards more than once with a specific question. It actually gave you homework to do. No, John. Pick a different subject. Okay, and then Francis says, what are the feelings and intentions of Alvin towards Neri, and vice versa, please? The pen. What are the feelings and intentions of Alvin towards Neri, and vice versa? So, Alvin. Oh. And towards Neri, and then Neri towards Alvin, and feelings, intentions, feelings and intentions. Okay, here we go. Which deck wants to answer that? Okay, and the answer is Jack of Slytherin. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That is the Prism of Visions deck. So there's our setup. These are our deck. This is the deck. Alvin towards Neri and Neri. What are the dynamics between these two people? The feelings and intentions towards each other. Okay, so Alvin towards Neri, feelings and intentions, and then Neri towards Alvin, feelings and intentions. Let's look into this dramatic landscape. Oh, this is funny. Okay. So Alvin's feelings are the Two of Pentacles. Pentacles are health, wealth, and earth and resources. And the Two of Pentacles is when you're making a decision, making plans, balancing the options. That is the number 2. So I notice you. So the feelings is balancing finding resources with Neri, and then the intention is justice. And justice is a law about law. It's a major arcana. So it's not one of the smaller cards, it's one of the bigger ones. And it has to do about justice. So there's a law, there's about rules, actions and consequences. And like in the card here is a snake being cut by a blade, but also the snake is biting the hand that held the blade. So actions have consequences. Violence can be begotten violence. There is not a lot of clear decision here. This seems like a very indecisionate circle going around, because it looks like the Two of Pentacles is the decision between cutting the snake and the snake biting the hand. So it seems to be going in a circle. And there seems to be no end with Alvin towards Neri. It almost feels like they're stuck in a loop. And Neri towards Alvin, the feeling was the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is usually a religious figure, like a priest or a teacher. And that is also a major arcana. And who we have? We have a bull. We have the Constitution. Let me look further in this card. There's lots of dots. We have a bull with a key and scrolls. Yeah, so the teacher aspect. Yeah. And then that's the feeling. And then the Five of Pentacles is, again, we have Pentacles, which is health, wealth, and earth and resources. And this is the one where there's usually a church and people outside the church, and the people are outside when they could easily just go into the church. but they are focused on what they do not have, therefore they are not going into the church for warmth. So if that's the intention, then the intention that I believe the feeling of Neri towards Alvin is that of a teacher, and the Five of Pentacles is probably trying to be, or trying to teach Alvin lessons, but feeling frustrated that Alvin is not getting the lesson. So I feel like there's frustration here. And the fact that both of these are in the realm of Pentacles makes me think that this is a co-worker dynamic. Like they're both working with money and resources. So if you're the teacher and you are... So in this dynamic, it looks like Neri is the teacher and Alvin is the student. And that is what the cards are telling me. Okay, I hope that helps you out, Francis. I'm going to put this deck away and then check chat. Ooh, excuse me. Alright, let's see here. Can I ask about my job search, the outcome? That is a different question. I'm going to accept that. So, John's asking about your job search. Okay. Okay, so what will be the outcome of John's job search? We're going to stick to the tarot cards for this. Okay, and the answer is the Queen of Gryffindor, which is 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Octopus Tarot. We have the deck. We have the question. We're all good. We're all set. What will be the outcome of John's job search? It was a much more specific and refined question, and I appreciate your efforts, John. Thank you. Okay, what will be the outcome of John's job search? Okay, what will be the outcome of John's job search? And the answer is the Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Cups is the beginning of the Suit of Cups. So it is a new adventure. Look, that one's just... I know what that is. It is the beginning, like, it's the beginning of a new job, okay? I know that one. And then, because it's just acknowledging the fact that it is a new journey, but it is going to indicate that this is going to be a journey of the cups, the emotion, the relationships, the water. And then, what is the outcome of the job search going to be? The Ten of Swords. Okay. So, this is a small death. Just a small death. Don't worry. Death means change, right? So, let's actually look into the card. So, it is the Ten of Swords. It is a completion of the Suit of Swords. It is of the mind, logic, air, the conflict suit. And this is when you have been bogged down by so much logic and thought that you are exhausted, and the only way to get relief is a small death, a big personal chunk of you is gonna change. So this is why it's a new path. This death is going to lead into this beginning of cups. So the outcome of your job search when you start it. Okay, so this is the feeling. The feeling is that the outcome will be the Ten of Swords, because when you get the job, a part of you is going to die. Like, a lot of the thought that you're going through, a lot of the struggle that you're going to go through, it's going to be a release. It's going to be a small death of that part of you, because when you have a new job, it's going to be the beginning of the new suit that's going to come up. So it's going to be a new beginning of the Suit of Cups, which is going to be relationships and emotion. And that is what the cards have to say. So I hope that helps you out, John. Definitely positive. Definitely positive. Like, it might be a little rough. But the outcome is positive, which is great. You will grow. You will grow. Oh, and just for everyone, a reminder that I stream for 2 hours at a time, and I've now been streaming for 1 hour and 20 minutes, so I have about 40 minutes left for any questions anyone has. I'm gonna have a drink of water. Water. Okay. And there do not seem to be any more questions right now. Until there are more questions, I can read from the oracle cards. Okay, don't worry about that. That's just the information card. We don't read the information card. It's shy. Okay, here we go. Do you know about Rod Noveri? I do not know about Rod Noveri. I have Slavic blood, yes. You have that Nordic in you. You have that Slavic in you. Okay, what about it? I don't know what Rod Noveri is. Explain, please. And John says, yeah, I'm some Croatian. They have their set of gods. Croatian. Croatia. I have not heard of this. Tell me more. Croatia. Little European country. Cool. Tell me more. What is in this little European country? My mom's side is from Croatia. Okay? So what are the Croatia known for? What legends do they tell? Croatia. I don't know much about it. It would be interesting to know something about it, that way you do. They have their own world tree like Yggdrasil. Norse, correct. It sounds like something you should study, since it's part of you. Yeah, pretty interesting. Well, learn about it, then come tell me about it. P-Rune is like Thor, the thunder god. I do know Thor. I also know Loki very well. Actually, Loki is one of my favorite Norse gods. The trickster god, exactly. The one who birthed 4 of his children. He's a shapeshifter. Also, I really appreciate all of the movie adaptations of Loki. They've been so much fun. And are you familiar with Aris Goetia? No, I am not familiar with Aris Goetia. And John says, that much? And I'm not sure which that much is referring to. Like Solo Monic Magic. Nope, not familiar with that either. King Solomon. I have heard of King Solomon. I know nothing, very little about him. I know very little about him. Doesn't he have a tomb? And lots of stuff has been written about him. Or by him. Basically, King Solomon summoned some demons to build the temple. Cool. So and I guess a lot of demons were involved in the building of the temple. Okay. So he hired free labor to build a temple? Like he trapped them in a bowl or something. Yeah, that's slavery. So he he summoned free labor to build temples. He doesn't sound like a very nice person. He trapped them in a bowl. I didn't care much about Solomonic stuff. Me either. So I can take what you tell me and mold it into this weird narrative, this weird modern narrative. Or whatever you call it. So true. They're very popular. I think, well, more research has to be done because I don't know much about them. I bet there's a YouTube video somewhere that I could watch about it. And John says it provides an extensive catalog of 72 demonic spirits and serves as a practical manual for their conjuration, command, and control. Ooh, that's dangerous stuff, because that sounds like slavery. Just by the context of them having to build a temple after being summoned, I don't think that's white magic. And question, what are the feelings and intentions between Ryan and Elcel? Put you on the list, Francis. And once I catch up on chat, I will answer your question. And John says, according to occult lore, King Solomon did trap all 72 demons after forcing them to build the Temple of Jerusalem. And John says, definitely not. Yeah. There's some slavery going on there. I don't trust him. Alright, so we're going to get to Francis's question. And then I will return to chat. So we have Ryan and Elcel. And Ryan and Elcel. Towards So Ryan and feelings and intentions. Feelings and intentions. Feelings and intentions. Alright, so we got the questions. We're gonna get the deck. Which deck? Which deck? Which deck? The quick deck. 5 of Hufflepuff. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The Octopus Tarot. Ah, thematic because it's black and white, and this is black and white. I like thematic things, they go so well together. So, what are the dynamics between Ryan and Elcel? What are the dynamics between Ryan and Elsa? Dude, you're popping out. That's a popper. Okay, so Ryan's feelings and intentions, and Elsa's feelings and intentions, and then the extra card. Let's see what the extra card. It was so eager to come out. Temperance. So this is a relationship on temperance. This is the major arcana. I'm going to say this is a dynamic that either is learning patience or requires a lot of patience and meditation and that category. So we're going to find out. We're going to find out. Okay. So we're going to focus on... What we got? Ryan. Ryan's feelings are the 10 of Pentacles. So Pentacles is health, wealth, earth, and resources. And the 10 is the completion of the Pentacle suit, which means that their feelings are of the completion of Pentacles, feeling wealthy, feeling healthy, full of resources, wanting for nothing, the feeling of that. And then the intention is the 7 of Swords. 7 is the number of introspection, and swords are thought and the mind and logic and air and conflict. So looking back at their journey of swords and thought can lead them to being a bit tangled up in the mind and a little antisocial. So they're feeling wealthy, and their intention is a lot of introspective thought. Let me leave that there for now. And then we have Elsa's feelings are the 7 of Wands. Funny. So the again, the 7, the introspection of the suit of action, which is Wands, fire, magic, looking back at all of their action, having it replayed in their head, acting very fast on what they remember. So their feeling is action and introspection on their past actions. And then the intention is the moon. The moon is a major arcana. And the moon has to do with the dark, the mysteries, the intuitive. The balance between the tame and the wild. the evolution that goes on in the dark. So Elsa towards Ryan. I feel like these are two very different personalities. And when they come together, they don't quite know what to make of one another, which makes this make more sense because these two people observe each other and they don't quite talk to each other. They just observe each other and introspect. And one puts more thought into it and the other one does more action. And that is why it requires so much temperance and patience. There has to be a lot of patience between these two. Because there's the intention is the moon. They want to be mysterious. They want to be the person in the dark. And they feel like they do a lot for Ryan. So Elsa feels like they do a lot, but would like to remain mysterious. And then Ryan feels rich and psychoanalyzes Elsa from a distance. And that is what I'm getting from these two people. Alright, so that is what the cards are telling me. I hope that helps you out, Francis. Boop. Alright, I'm going to have a drink and then I'm going to check on chat. Alrighty, let's see here. Okay, John says to bind and command the spirits after they completed their labor. He decided to lock them away rather than set them free. Again, I'm gonna vote that King Solomon was a jerk. And No Mercy is Fahana possessive about Basir. Does she get jealous when she sees him with other girls? Alright, so No Mercy. Hi, welcome. I don't recognize your username. You must be new. Thank you for subscribing. I'm going to add you to the list and I'm going to catch up on chat. And then when I catch up on chat, I will do your questions. So don't worry, I am going to answer your questions. So No Mercy. Okay, so sorry. No Mercy is on the list. I will get to you in one moment. I just gotta catch up on chat real quick. Okay. And John says, oh, you can do this kind of stuff, but it's more left-hand path stuff. Francis says, thank you for that beautiful reading. You are very welcome. And Francis says, what is the relationship dynamic between Anna and Francis, please? Alright, so Francis is also on the board. Okay. And John says, well, he backslid. John says, turned away from God. And Francis says, what is the relationship dynamic between Ryan and Francis? I'll get to that question too. And John says, you can bind demons to your will. You have to get them in some kind of circle. Yes. But I still think that's kind of rude. I mean, people say demons, but are they demons because we say they're demons, or because that dehumanizes the demons and makes them non-sympathetic because you're putting negative connotations on them. Therefore, they are no longer humanized, and therefore, it doesn't make us uncomfortable when we enslave demons. Just putting that out there. Just slavery bad. Slavery bad. But I'm gonna get to No Mercy's question, which was, is Farah possessive about Basir? And does she get jealous when she sees him with other girls? It's 2 yes/no questions. So let's see here. Is Farhana possessive about Basir? Yes, no. And does she get jealous when she sees him with other girls? Does she get jealous? Yes, no. Okay, we're gonna pick a deck. Which deck? A tarot card deck. And John says, lol, yeah. So, hey, slavery. Okay, and which deck? It is number 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The Catarets. Alright, and just a warning to everyone. I have about 10 minutes left. I stream for 2 hours at a time. And I've been streaming for 1 hour and 50 minutes. So I'm going to be able to do this list, and then I'm going to check chat, and then I'm going to say goodnight, because I've hit my limit. So, just putting it out there. Not done yet, but getting close. So we're going to do No Mercy's question, And then Francis has 2 questions. Two dynamic questions is what I saw. So that is it for the night. Because that's definitely going to take 10 minutes. Okay, and No Mercy, I don't recognize your username, so you might be new. Thank you for subscribing. How I do yes, no questions is that if the card comes up reversed, it's a no. If it comes up right side up, it's a yes. And then I look into the cards for more details. Okay, so is Farhana possessive of Basir? Yes. Does she get jealous? Absolutely. 100%. So is Farhana possessive of Basir? We have the King of Wands. Wands are the suit of action and fire and skills and magic. And we have a king here. And the king is a master of the wands. He knows where to use his energy in his actions. He knows what to do in certain situations. He knows what skills to use. He's very proud of his skills. So is Farhana possessive of Basir? Yes. So she's possessive of the King of Wands. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. And then we have the King of Pentacles, which is funny. Does she get jealous of him with other girls? Absolutely. King of Pentacles. Pentacles is health, wealth, earth, and resources. And the king is, again, the master of this suit. The king knows where to spend his wealth. He knows how good his health is and where to get it back up to par if it goes down. And he's just wealthy in a lot of things. So he's wealthy and she is jealous. She's wealthy. He's wealthy in women. He's wealthy in women. So yes and yes. I hope that helps you out, No Mercy. And put this deck away. And then we're going to get to Francis's questions, which was dynamic between Anna and Francis. So Anna, Francis, and Francis. Okay. Feelings and intentions. Feelings. Oh, and intentions. Feelings and intentions. There we go. So then we need a deck. Come on out. And go in. And then we pick a deck. And No Mercy says, thank you very much, ma'am. You are so welcome. And Francis says, being a demon is a state of being? That kind of rhymes. Being a demon is a state of being. I think so. I think true. I picked true. I picked true. I mean, you can be a little demon. I mean, people can also be angels. In personality. In behavior. Being a demon is a state of being. I mean, I hear all the time people are demonized by others, which means they aren't truly a different species. It just means they're not following the rules. And to be fair, some of the rules are stupid. Okay? Just putting that out there. Some of the rules are stupid. Let's see, 5 of Ravenclaw. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Every little thing you do is magic, you know. Do 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 do. It's magic, you know. Alright, we got the questions. We have the cards. We'll put them together and have magic. Puffinfish. Hello, hi, I like, shared, and subscribed. Hi! Oh, you're a new subscriber. Oh my golly. My question is, what are Natalie Claire feelings towards me? My name is Leo C. State of being, yes. Alright. Alright, so Pufferfish, you have come in at the loophole because I stream for 2 hours at a time, and I have been streaming for 1 hour and 59 minutes, and you got your question in, and you're new, and I can't just turn you away, so I'm gonna put you on the board. Don't worry, after I'm done with Francis's questions, I will get to yours. Because you're new. Because you're new. And you subscribed, and I really appreciate it. So I don't do this often. Because going over my 2-hour limit is what I prefer not to do. But you're new, and I want to make a good impression. Alright, so the dynamics between Anna and Francis. But don't worry, Pufferfish, I will get to you. Just be patient. Okay, and Mercedes. There we go. Alright, so the feelings and intentions of Anna, and the feelings and intentions of Francis. Ooh, 3 cups is down. Alright, so we have the feelings are the 7 of Pentacles, and the intentions are the 4 of Pentacles. We got Cups and Death. Oh boy. Alright, so Pentacles is the suit of Earth, wealth, health, earth, and resources. And we have the feeling, we have the 7, which is the number of introspection. So lots of thought on this journey of pentacles. And watering of the field. So their feeling is that their wealth and health is being watered, and looking back at everything, feeling good with the harvest that is going to come. Like, the harvest of the money hasn't happened yet, but it's on its way, and they're feeling pretty good about it. And then the intention is the 4 of Pentacles. They're going to hoard all that. And how I come to that is that it's the 4. And the 4 is the stabilization of the number of stabilization. And that is a tendency to hoard the money that has been gathered. And that is what they're intending right now. And that is what they're intending towards Francis. And this has to do a lot with the wealth and health and the resources. So whatever Anna is doing with Francis, it has to do with resources, enjoying the process, but also they're going to hoard it. They're going to want to keep it. And so probably a job of some sort. And then Francis's feelings are the 3 of Cups. And the 3 of Cups is the group number. So 3 is the social group. And then the Cups is the emotions, the relationships, and the water. So this is a very emotional relationship where you go and share your emotions with a group of people. So you like sharing your emotions. You feel like you can share your emotions with Anna. However, death, which is the major arcana, and it's not a bad thing, they keep telling us, but it's a lot of change. It is death and rebirth. So something is dying and something new is coming about. So if your feelings is that you can share them with Anna, but the intention is death, the intention is change and rebirth. Because I feel like it's a major change. Intentions are death. So something is changing. The intention is change. A social change. I feel like Anna is focused on the monetary aspect of this relationship, and Francis is focused on this emotional journey, but Anna's not getting part of that. Because she's focused on the money, and Francis is focused on the feelings, the wanting to be social, but something intentional. I think the intention is disrupted because she is hoarding stuff. She has no interest in emotional bonds. She has interest in the financial stuff. And that is creating a big blockage. And once you change that, then things will change in this dynamic. But until then, there's sort of a blockage here. And a non-communication. So I hope that helps you out, Francis. And I have one more dynamic for Francis to do, and then I will get the pufferfish. Okay, and then... Then what is the relationship dynamic between Ryan and Francis? So, Ryan and Francis. Feelings, intentions, towards Francis and Ryan. Alright, so the dynamics between Ryan and Francis. Okay. The dynamics between Ryan and Francis. So, feelings and intentions. Feelings and intentions. So for Ryan, the feelings are the Six of Wands. And wands are action and fire and skills and magic and making things happen. 6 is the number of victory. So the feeling is of victory in action. And the intention is the Six of Pentacles. So also a victory in health, wealth, and earth and resources. So victory, Six of Pentacles. Victory in Pentacles and victory in Wands. So the feeling of victory in action and feeling and the intention of victory in Pentacles. So their action has led to the victory in Pentacles with or towards Francis. So they're feeling really good about making money or resources. They're feeling really good about making resources with Francis. And then we have Francis's feelings, Nine of Swords. So swords are again of the mind, logic, air, usually a conflict suit. And Nine of Swords is that of looking back at the Journey of Swords and feeling anguish, sadness, great sadness. We're gonna put it that way for now because it is over 2 hours. I am starting to burn out. So great anguish and over the thought of Ryan, and then the intention is 10 of Pentacles. So there is great melancholy and sadness, but the intention is 10 of Pentacles, which is the dream goal of making lots of money. So Francis is feeling pretty sad about this, about or towards Ryan, but they both have great outlooks of resources or money. So Ryan feels really good. Francis feels pretty rotten. But you're both making money. It sounds like coworkers to me again. I hope that helps you out, Francis. And then I'm going to do Pufferfish. And Pufferfish's was... The question is, what are Natalie Claire feeling towards me? My name is Leo C. So, question is, Natalie Claire feelings towards Leo C. Okay, let's find out. We're gonna pick a deck. Hold on. New deck, new person. New person, new deck. Which deck would like to answer Pufferfish's questions? Pufferfish's question. I need a drink of water. One moment. Ah, tasty. Ah, that was neat. Thank you. Which deck? Which deck? Okay, it is Hufflepuff. So, Hufflepuff for Pufferfish. I love that. Number 9. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The Gay Turret. So we have the deck, we have the question. Now for the reading. And Pufferfish is the last question, the last reading for the night. Everything else can wait for tomorrow. I'll be back in 22 hours. 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will deal with that in a moment. I'm going to finish the reading, and then I'll read back in chat, and then we will say goodbye. But not until after this is done. So let's see. Natalie Claire's feelings towards Leo C. Natalie Claire's feelings towards Leo C. Natalie Claire's feelings towards Leo C. Alright, so Youth of Coins. Alright, so the Youth of Coins. Doop. So, coins are wealth, health, earth, and resources. So she sees Leo. I mean, okay, she sees Leo like this, if it has any indication. I mean, there's a big buff dude pumping iron, so she must think you're really hot, okay? Just gonna put that out there. It's the Youth of Coins. And the Youth of Coins is usually a character who's beginning on the journey of Pentacles, so she thinks that you are a hot guy with monetary potential, and that's good. That is a good thing. That's very positive. And this is a point where I get the feeling from this that she feels like this guy has potential. This guy has a lot of potential. He might be worth looking at. Alright, so I hope that helps you out, Leo C. Hope that answers your question. That is the last reading for tonight. My brain is blown. I've hit my 2 hours. In fact, it's been 2 hours and 18 minutes. So I'm going to read on chat, and then we will close out for the night and say goodbye to everyone. I really enjoyed everyone's questions. Thank you all, and thank you for all the new subscribers. You're all awesome and welcome. Welcome. And then, let's see, we were debating being a demon, being a state of being, which I still love. I'm going to write that down. Being a demon is a state of being. I really, like, in my heart, I feel that. I feel that so hard. And Neville Goddard, John said. And then Pufferfish Leo says, thank you so much. I appreciate it more than you know. You are very welcome. And, like, come by later. You are subscribed. You may ask as many questions as you like within my frame of 2 hours of streaming. So you made it. I'm glad to meet you. Welcome. And you can ask more questions tomorrow. Because I stream every day. And friend Francis says, queers are portrayed as demons too by difference from the norm. Yeah, they can. Violet's channel is glowing, alright. Yay! A demon is a state that you are in. So true. Or the devil, that too. And Violet working overtime for new subscribers, so sweet. Well, I can't say no. It's hard. It's hard, guys. I wish I could stream for like 3-4 hours at a time. It just doesn't work like that. I hit burnout. I'm burnout bad. Because I also work and make money. And I need energy for that tomorrow. If I didn't need energy for that, I'd be streaming more, trust me. Let's see. John says, the devil represents human doubt, inner negativity, and the habit of dwelling on limitations rather than the fulfillment of one's desires. True. And Francis says, super helpful. Thank you for clarifying the relationship dynamics. You have really strong intuition. Why, thank you. And then Puffer's Fish Leo says, thank you so much. And you are so welcome. Alright, so I've caught up on chat. I'm just going to say I love you all so much and thank you. I hope to see you tomorrow. I will be back at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I stream for 2 hours at a time. Bring all of your questions then and I will happily answer more. This was a fun night. I hope to do it again. Love you all. Bye-bye.